Hello, welcome back to Chasing Our White Rabbit. Lucky number 13.
Episode 13.
Episode 13. Friday 13th.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean,
It's like the 20-something.
we're doing the 13th episode, and it's on Friday.
Yes, that is true.
I love Friday the 13th. I loved them growing up because they'd always show all those old horror movies. And I'm a big horror fan.
Yeah, you are a horror fan. You love the horrors. Films. The horror films.
Yeah, it's true.
So what does episode 13 mean? Because previously you talked about this percentage of podcasts don't get past episode 6 or whatever it was.
Yeah, and then episode 21.
Oh, 21.
Yeah, so 21 is the not magic number, but it's like the big number.
So when we get to episode 21, we'll be rich. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All we gotta do is make it to that. And
so
then
if we're
rich.
at 13, I'm no mathematician.
Got 21 more to go.
That's not
how math
how
works.
that works, actually.
The math's not math.
We only need 8 more. That's just 2 months. In 2 months, we'll be rich.
We'll be rich.
Can we both quit our jobs and
Sure. Let's quit our jobs.
move to Iceland?
And do this. We still have to do this, is the thing.
Oh, you don't become like a millionaire.
Yeah.
A billionaire.
Is that how much you need to be rich, you think? $1 million?
Not anymore.
No?
That used to be the thing, right? Like $1 million. But now like $1 million is like a down payment on a house.
Or where we live, right?
Yeah. $1 million won't really change anybody's life.
I mean,
definitely will change people's lives.
People are listening to this being like, what is she talking about?
But I mean, it's not
retirement. Like if you had $1 million at 21, it's not like you just like live the rest of your life.
Yeah. You still need to continue to make money.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I have a question for you. If you would you take $1 million today, or would you take $10 every time you did a push-up for the rest of your life? Which one would you take? So you get $1 million today. I just give you $1 million, or you do a push-up.
So I would have to do 100,000 push-ups in order to get that $1 million.
Okay. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's not fucking happening. 100,000 push-ups?
Well, how many push-ups do you think you could do in a day?
I don't think I could do because you know that the person who's given that $10 is going to make sure you're actually doing like a real push-up.
Push-up, right? So you think you're like what, 1 or 2? Like you think you could do 1 or 2? Like if I said, hey, can you do 1 push-up right now? Could you do a push-up?
Probably.
Okay. So you could do 1. So today, you get
$10.
Look at this little guy.
It's a girl.
Oh, this is our kitty cat. She decided to come and say hi, and now she's gonna scratch my neck up. So, and this is little girl.
Oh, she's stuck.
She's stuck. My neck.
Little girl desperately wants to be pet all the time, but she's like the quintessential cat where she's now she'll just randomly swat at you and bite you.
Yeah.
I avoid petting her, actually. It's really sad. But in the morning, because I work from home, in the morning, when I very first sign on, when Matt's left for work but nobody else is up, she comes and she like rubs herself on my feet for like an hour.
Like she's doing now?
Like she's doing to you right now, but she doesn't hurt me.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like try not to move. Like if I don't move, she won't hurt me.
And then when she's done, does she just go away?
Yeah. That or Charlie gets up. If Charlie gets up, then she's done.
She's like, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
So you could do 1 push-up. If I said, can you do 1 push-up? You do 1 push-up right now.
I'd get $10 today.
And you get $10. But like, you think in an hour or 2 hours you could do another one?
What?
In an hour or 2 hours, you probably could do 1 more because you'd be like fully rested.
Maybe, yeah.
So let's say the first day you could do, what do you think, 20 push-ups over the course of the whole day?
20 push-ups. That's like basically like if I stayed up all day, a push-up an hour.
Yeah.
I could probably, let's say that there's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
We sleep 8 of them.
Yeah.
So that leaves us 16 hours.
Okay.
So I could probably do 32 push-ups a day. 1 every half hour.
You think 1 every half hour. So 32 times 10 is what?
320.
So you make $320 in 1 day.
Okay.
And push-ups are something that like the more you do them, the better you get at it.
Okay.
So you think like after let's say you do, would you say 32 push-ups a day?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So after the first week, you probably could double that, you think?
Well, if I just did 320 push-ups a day, no.
Damn, that's a lot of push-ups. You're like, even if I did that, if all I did was just 320 push-ups a day, I, still would take the million.
If I did 32 push-ups a day, for a year, that would be $116,000 that year.
Okay.
But I'd have to do it every day. You can't take any days off.
Yeah, like you're at a coffee shop. Oh, I need to pay for this. 1, 2. Here you go, $20.
Does it just materialize like that?
It just materializes in your bank.
In my bank, so I have to have my card with me too.
Or your phone. I mean, you want to materialize in your pocket? You're gonna get held up.
Cash.
You're gonna get held hostage. Somebody's like, "You're doing push-ups now."
How do they know that that's
Russian? Well, I mean, eventually someone's gonna find out. They're gonna look at you and be like, "Why is she always doing push-ups at Target? What's going on here?"
Like super big old arms.
Well, you wouldn't get big arms because you don't get big arms from doing calisthenics, but you would be super strong.
I'm so glad you know everything.
Said nobody.
Anyway, yeah.
That would be so.
That'd be like, but
you would take the $1 million because like if you invested $1 million, you'd probably on S&P or whatever it's called, you'd probably get 10% back a year.
Yeah, because then it would take me, 10 years of 32 push-ups a day.
Yeah, but you get to the point like after let's just say 3 months, you're doing 20 push-ups an hour.
You think?
Yeah. Oh, I think with push-ups, it's kind of like pull-ups. Remember, like you started pull-ups, it was really difficult, but then like the progression.
It never got easy.
But it got easier. Because pull-ups are harder than push-ups, but it got easier. And the more you did them, the better you got at them, and you got to the point where you didn't need any bands or anything, and you could do some pull-ups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you're getting better at it. But push-ups are even easier because you have the leverage of the floor. You know what I mean? You're not actually pushing your whole weight up. So the more you do, I think that.
I don't know. Also, you gotta take into consideration like inflation, right? Like $1 million today is worth more than $1 million in 10 years when it takes me to earn the money.
Yeah, but
I do like the idea of being like, oh, I want to buy that.
You're gonna spend all
purse,
that $1 million,
and it's $100. So 10 push-ups, I'm good to go.
Yeah. I also think that
I don't think I could do 10 push-ups.
Well,
I think I'd be poor. I'd be like, it's not worth it.
I think that after 3 months, you probably could do 50 push-ups an hour.
Interesting. What would you take?
Oh, definitely the push-ups. I mean.
How many push-ups can you do right now?
Right now in one sitting?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if I just maxed out, probably like 40. But
40? That's only $400.
But then I couldn't do any for the rest of like the day, and I'd be pretty sore.
So you'd only make $400 a day, and I only made $320.
But I wouldn't do it like that. I would go, hey, I'm gonna pop out 10, and then I'll set a timer for 20 minutes. I'll do 10 more. So that's what, 10, 20, 30 an hour? I don't think you'd be able to
sustain that, though.
Why?
That's a lot of push-ups.
Yeah.
How many do you think you'd get a day?
I do 10 every 20 minutes. So, what was it, 16 hours? So...
30 every hour?
30 an hour? 30 times 16 is...
I don't know.
You're a mathematician.
I'm not. 30...
A million,
16... 480.
480? Mm-hmm. So what is that?
So you're saying you're doing 480 push-ups a day?
Yeah.
So that's $4,800 a day.
Okay. So 4,800 times 365 is what?
I'm doing it. Because you do it every day. You wouldn't even take Christmas off.
Oh, Christmas I'd probably go harder. Like, we're in Fiji. We need to. You'd be like, honey, get on.
In 1 year.
Honey, you need to get going.
No, the math ain't mathin'.
What does it say?
You'd make $1,752,000 in a year. Why am I even doing push-ups, man? I don't need to do nothing. Can't be greedy.
You're like, honey, it's 20 grand. We need to fly first class. We're in the airport. You need to start ripping them out. Because you get to the point where you just do 100 per session.
Yeah.
You know? When I was like doing a lot of athletic sports, like, and going to practices a lot, we do 100 push-ups, no problem. Like, oh, you guys messed up. 100 push-ups. You do 100 push-ups. Oh, you guys messed up again. Another 100 push-ups.
It's a lot of push-ups.
It is a lot of push-ups, but it just gets easier the longer you do them.
So you can just keep messing up. And it's no longer a problem. No problem. It's worth it.
But there comes a point where it's like diminishing gains as far as like athletic ability.
Math is wrong here somehow.
You think so?
I do.
Why?
What did we say? We need to do this math again.
I said I could do 10 push-ups every 20 minutes.
So 10 push-ups every 20 minutes is 30 push-ups an hour.
I mean, that's a lot of push-ups though.
That's 30 push-ups an hour. And we decided on 16 hours a day, which is 480 push-ups a day. And you get $10 a push-up. So that's $4,800.
My kid just scratched me. It's not a, what is it? What is it called? A scratch board? It's not a scratch board. It's my leg.
Yeah, 1,752,000.
So even if you did half of those, like, oh, I'm doing 5 push-ups every 20 minutes, which I definitely...
You don't...
You're like...
You already signed up for it. We do extra, not less. Because like 50% of that goes to freaking taxes.
Well, it's cash in our hands, so it's...
But it's still earned income.
Yeah, but you wouldn't tell it. How would anybody know?
Yeah, I thought you said it goes into your bank. Now, what are we doing walking around with $1,752,000?
We're going to first class.
Does it just... They don't take cash.
They definitely do. You telling me?
Not in tens.
They're like red flag immediately. This guy's selling drugs. Why? He's got 20 grand in tens, and he's got 2 tickets to buy, 20 grand a piece to go to first class, go to Europe or something like that. You're just counting tens. Lady's like,
10,
nah.
30.
It's like when people try to pay their parking tickets with pennies, you know, like, here you go.
Yeah.
That's what it would be like.
I don't even think they have that many pennies in circulation anymore.
What, 20 million?
Well, didn't they stop making pennies?
Yeah, I heard they did. I didn't know if that was true.
I don't know if it's like accurate, but that's what I heard.
Because it was more expensive to make a penny than it was to not?
A penny.
Or
yeah.
Than a penny?
It costs more than a penny to make a penny.
Yeah. And they were like, I heard for a long time they were saying like, only the government could do something like that. Where they're like, this is costing us money.
To make a penny. Yeah.
That and Costco.
Well, then the
government and Costco, right?
They better stop. I don't understand that.
Well, Costco is like rotisserie chickens cost them like 10
Oh,
bucks.
Yeah, it costs them more than they
$5.
sell it for. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
But they're like, we get people to walk to the very back of the store, and they're going to buy $400.
It is in the back of the store, isn't it?
Yep.
I think that because I'm going shopping on Sunday, right? I think I'm going to get a rotisserie chicken from there and make that like the Sunday dinner. It makes it so simple.
Dude, that would be cool. And then you make like mashed potatoes.
Whatever. Yeah. We're going to do rice or we're going to do, like whatever sides we decide to do. Because you could really switch it up. Like you don't necessarily have to have the whole rotisserie chicken. You could rip it up and make chicken tacos that night. Or like just because it's just done.
I guess when I think about a Sunday dinner, I think about that like traditional mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing. Mm-hmm.
I think they sell sides too. I'm not sure though. I've never really spent a lot of time in that like pre-made meal section. Yeah. They have like lots of stuff.
Do they?
Yeah, they've got like a taco kit. They've got the chicken. They've got like lasagna.
I heard they got like a sushi kit.
I don't think at ours, but at others they do. Yeah.
Because someone was saying it was only like $30 or something.
I feel like we spend more money making food. I could just buy 7 rotisserie chickens for $35 and feed us for the whole week.
Yeah, but it's typically not the main course that gets us. You know, it's the I want this and I want that. And
I'm just saying, maybe this week we'll do an experiment.
Eat rotisserie chicken.
Jenna's gonna be pissed.
It's like, what are we doing here? You want to tell a story about when about the rotisserie chicken.
So we did used to do rotisserie chickens, right? Like
with kids? Were you with the kids? Or no?
I was with the kids.
Okay.
And then about 5 years ago, we were grocery shopping at a Food Max, which
Maximize your shopping power.
maximizes your shopping power. It's cheaper, but it's also like,
What is it?
it's just not like a Safeway, you know? It's like, you
It's not
get what
upscale?
you paid for, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not an Oliver's.
It's not
or
an
a
Oliver's.
Whole Foods or a Erewhon.
but we walked in there, and we used to get rotisserie chicken on a fairly regular,
They were pretty. They were
like
good.
once a week we would get rotisserie chicken. It's just easy, you know, like especially on shopping
Yeah.
days.
And they taste good.
Yeah, they're good. So
I think we were eating them so much. I was thinking like, dude, we should buy one of those like rotisserie chicken. You know what I mean?
the
Like,
rotator.
the rotator, like on infomercials and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
well,
something happened.
one day we were going grocery shopping, and off in the distance we see it. It's horrific. We think about it once a week now when we pass any rotisserie chicken.
I wasn't there, so
It was me and the kids. Unfortunately, Jenna was with me, and she's our most picky eater.
especially when things are on the bone, she refuses to
Yeah,
eat them.
she put her foot down. But there was a
Unhoused.
thank you. I was looking for that. I was like,
There was one of the
dwelling challenged.
Yeah,
There's a
someone
dwelling challenged individual
there's a homeless person.
who had a little Ziploc baggie, and he was reaching into the bags of rotisserie chicken, peeling the skin back, grabbing handfuls of the meat and putting
With
it in
his hands.
with his dirty ass hands, and putting it in a plastic baggie, and then putting the skin back and closing the bag.
He's like taking he's taking just enough from everybody, so it's like
Multiple chickens. Oh my gosh!
Got
And so, yeah, we stopped doing that probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you
But-
told me that story. Go ahead.
But I'm thinking, like, because I said I wanted to try it again.
Costco.
Costco, you have to have a
Membership.
membership.
Yeah, that's like a big thing.
So I feel like it's less likely to have a dwelling challenge individual fondling my chicken breasts.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the big reasons why Costco... I mean, I don't know if that's one of the big reasons, but I know, like, a huge plus of having a membership-based is that...
A what?
Like a membership-based store.
Oh, okay.
You have to be a member to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Is... I mean, you gotta have a card, you know? So everybody can't just come in.
Yeah.
And it's not that... Anybody who thinks getting a Costco membership is expensive, it's not that expensive. What does that look like? You think it's expensive?
I don't think it's expensive, but I do think there are people that think it's expensive. Just like when I said $1 million won't change anybody's life.
Yeah, but I guess I mean a good point is like we've spent it's $100 for our Costco card,
No, it's $120.
and then we get
Maybe it's $250.
and then no, it's not $250.
I think it's $120, but we have the
we
had the executive ones that you get money back.
exactly, and we shop there, and we essentially pays for
Yeah, our membership is basically free.
So you could technically get a free membership if you shop for groceries at Costco.
Yes.
Or if you got gas at Costco, probably. I mean, gas prices these days, you probably can pay for your membership that way. You know? And
Yeah, we don't really get gas from Costco.
No, because their lines are so
lines.
long. You're like, oh, I'm wasting half a tank of gas just sitting in this line.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I'm saying is, when's the last time we checked on that? Does it just roll over and pay our thing off?
No. Every once in a while.
No, I get a check.
For like $250. No. I go in and for that one I have to go in person. I've talked to you about it before, but it only happens once a year. So when our membership expires, I have to, instead of ordering food in, I have to go in, and because it's an app now, it's just like an app, and they scan at the beginning of luckily you get your check in like January, February, and our membership runs out in March.
Okay.
So when our membership runs out, I go in, we
just pay
scan.
ours.
Yeah, they scan the thing, and and basically you have to buy the membership like while you're going through.
You have to buy it?
Yeah, but then they scan the thing and that takes that out.
So you go to customer service. They give you... No,
I go do my shopping. I come up to the thing.
What's the thing?
The checkout stand. Okay. I scan the thing and they're like, oh, your membership is due. They add it to your... Yeah. Okay. They add it to your bill for the day. And then I have them scan the rebate code.
Where do you get this rebate code?
It automatically, because it's on an app, it automatically goes to that for me.
So you have your app open when you're doing this? Yes. And basically, however much it is, if it's like $800, it takes...
Well, it's not that much. But like, let's say... Cause
what is it typically?
We spend about $450 a week on groceries. And $120 is added. It's normally around like... What we get back is normally around $250.
Oh, really?
So it just takes that out of the bill. So that bill that week is a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
I just have them apply the whole thing. I don't save any of it. There's no point.
So you essentially just pay for the membership and whatever groceries you're buying at that time with whatever cash you have left over.
Exactly.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So my point is, like, if you really want a Costco membership, you can get a Costco membership just because... If you shop there, it'll pay for itself. Yeah. So anybody, I'm just talking about barrier to entry when you go to Costco isn't that big, because some people are like, oh, I don't want to pay for a membership. You know what I mean? But a homeless guy can't pay.
But the cheaper ones that are like $60,
don't do that.
Don't give you money back.
Yeah. But I just said that because you were saying about the whole rotisserie chicken thing.
Yeah,
you don't have to really worry about someone going in there
and fondling your chicken.
Yeah. Dude, I heard this story one time about a Whole Foods.
I'm scared.
So, like, at Whole Foods, at some of these, like, higher-end grocery stores, they have... it used to be not more popular, but it used to be real rare and, like, ritzy back, like, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, where they have a bunch of nuts, like peanuts, pistachios... cashews.
Oh, and you can make
peanut butter out of them. You make peanut butter out of them.
Or cashew butter or whatever.
Cashew butter, exactly. And at a Whole Foods, a homeless guy was there with a spoon and was just pushing the button, and it was going, and was filling up a spoon, and then he would take it and he would just eat the peanut butter, and then we'd go back. And the Whole Foods guy said the bad part was that when he would pull it, like when he would stop it, he would drag it on the top of the peanut butter dispenser, and they were like, "You gotta go, buddy." But it's like, whoever gets that next little blip of it, has touched that spoon. And he said, like, his mouth was like, he had peanut butter.
No, stop.
His mouth.
That's so gross. But I was having a conversation with Jenna. Well, not really. She kind of just came to me and she was like, I don't think I can eat out anymore. And I was like, why? And she was like, I think she said that she was watching a TikTok. I don't remember for sure. And she's just like, can you imagine like all of the people that have touched the silverware? Like it's gone in people's mouths. And I was like, well, they wash it.
Yeah, they wash them.
And I was like, well, you could bring your own silverware. She's like, but then we've got the plates that they've touched and the bowls and the cups. And she was just like, I don't think I can go out to eat anymore.
She's becoming a germaphobe, huh?
A little bit. We love you, Jenna.
That is interesting. But it's like they are washed,
It's not enough.
That's like when people...
If I think about it, I'm grossed out.
Yeah.
But I can just like...
But any food you eat, like if you eat an apple or if you eat a potato, it's like, yeah, that thing grew in horse manure underground.
Don't tell her that. She's never going to eat again.
Like I was watching this thing about carrots being processed, and this person was like, it was about industrializing food industry and stuff like that. They're like, all these carrots are filthy, and this guy was like, they grow in the dirt.
That's so dumb.
It's like, because the way the argument they were making was like, they're putting chemicals on them to clean them because they're so dirty and everything, and the guy was like, that's not, they don't clean them with chlorine. Chlorine's in tap water, and that's the chlorine they're referring to, because chlorine is in tap water.
Yeah.
And them being so dirty, it's like they grow in dirt. Like, where do you think they come from? And it's interesting because there is a detachment of like reality when it comes to how we get our food, where our food comes from. You know, when someone goes, man, these strawberries are dirty. They grow on the ground. They grow in a bush that's on the ground. That's how strawberries grow.
But when I think about growing in the ground, I don't think of a strawberry.
Yeah, I know, I agree. But like, you're walking by, there's dust in the air. If your strawberry isn't clean, I mean, anything that grows outside.
I just think that like all of our progress has made us dumb because somebody complaining about a root vegetable being dirty.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Well, some people think that, what are they called? Baby carrots? They don't realize that baby carrots are just regular carrots that have been cut up. Yeah. They're like, these baby carrots are just, unless you're going to pick them before they're full grown.
In which case they're not that girthy.
Exactly. They're just regular girthy, you know?
They're spindly.
Yeah. And they're
babies.
They're spindly. I don't know. Anyways, but the baby carrots that you buy in the store are just basically like
ugly carrots get processed to look like this.
Because that's what this guy was saying. It's just an ugly carrot because carrot has to be perfect for it to be sold in
it's kind of
Safeway.
like life, like humans, right? Like if you're a pretty carrot,
going with this one?
If you're a pretty carrot, you just walk around and people are like, "Oh, that's what a carrot looks like." But if you're an ugly carrot, you kind of got to get like shaped,
surgery,
and cut and shaped. And now everybody loves you. Everybody loves pretty like baby carrots more than regular carrots.
Yeah, but sometimes you get a beautiful regular carrot, nice and girthy, right?
I don't know what you're referring to.
I'm just saying.
Am I a regular carrot?
You're a baby carrot. What are you talking about? Anyways. Right? Baby carrot. I
am a baby carrot.
Yeah, so...
that's why I was like trying to figure out what you were referring to because you're like, sometimes you get a beautiful regular carrot. And I'm like, I'm not a fucking regular carrot. So...
Yeah, I mean, there's people like guys. Guys can be like, a lot of regular carrots. Not a lot of baby guy carrots.
Not a lot, nope.
No. But I mean, so anyway, so baby carrots are just, because they have to be perfect to be sold. And there's a lot that just haven't been sold, which is so fascinating when you dive into our food industry and how much they just throw away.
Yeah, lots of waste. I feel like there's a recent documentary, I haven't watched it, but I think there's a recent documentary about how much food is thrown away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like, what really is the solution there? Because... The waste is so centralized, like it would be difficult to get that wasted product to a place that needs it, right?
Yeah, I think California is unique when it comes to a lot of these problems because we grow a lot of our own food. Mm-hmm. But when you look at places like Indiana or Wisconsin or it's like like there's fields and fields of one thing. It's the diversity of food grown there is not very high. So when you get like onions get shipped in, they find the perfect ones and they ship them in and then they sell those ones. And it's like, well, all these other ones, even if we sold them at a discount, we're not going to make enough money to ship them or process them and ship them to where they need to go.
Yeah.
Because like that would be.
I wasn't really talking about like money and profit. I was just talking about like distribution of food.
Oh, so maybe like grow
like in the whole world, right? Like
what?
So if you think about in Project Hail Mary, right?
Okay.
They were like talking about how, we would lose 50%. Well, sorry. Dang it.
Spoiler alert.
Never mind. I'm not going to finish what I was saying.
No, just say spoiler alert.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, I guess.
Go watch it. Turn this off. Go watch it and then come back.
Yeah. You can buy it on Amazon? No, what did we buy it off of?
We bought it on demand.
Xfinity. On demand. Anyway. So they were going to lose like half the world's population, but that was only if everybody shared resources. And that got me thinking, like, we have a lot of resources, and then there are other areas in the world that don't have a lot of resources. How do we share without it going bad? Because, like, you're
just
thinking...
the transportation.
But, like, in that situation, transportation would be even more difficult.
Yeah.
Because we'd be freezing to death.
So I think at the end of the day,
It would almost be easier to transport the humans to general locations.
That's what I was getting at. I was saying, like, there's that old Sam Kinison joke where he talks about people starving in Africa. And he's
like the whole thing, like, finish your food because there's kids starving in Africa that parents used to say?
He was saying, like, if you're starving in Africa, maybe move out of a place where there's no food to a place where there's food. Like, that was, like, the bit, you know?
I never understood when people would say, you know, they're starving children in Africa, like, finish your plate. Because, like, I can't mail them. It's already wasted.
Yeah, I think the sentiment is that you're taking what you have for granted because you don't like it. And there's some people who would, you know, who are dying and they would appreciate that. So you should be more appreciative of what you have. And it gives you perspective like, oh, you have to walk to work? Well, some people have to walk super far. So you should be happy you have to walk this far. That's where I think the sentiment comes from.
There's always something worse.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I think it would be easier to be like, well, why don't we just centrally locate everybody and share resources?
In that situation.
In the Hail Mary situation,
yeah.
You know, but then you're going to have to give up your culture and maybe not give it completely, but we're going to have to find a way for everybody to live together because this is where all the resources are.
Yeah.
But also, you know, California has this issue with water, right? I mean, there's a resource issue with water because there's LA that doesn't really have any water. And there's Southern California that doesn't really have any water. And there's Northern California that has a lot of water. And Southern California's like, give us all your water. Give us water. You have this resource. And people in Northern California are like, yeah, but sometimes we run out of water and this is where it comes from. You know? Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
We've had this conversation before, probably driving to Southern California, and we see all those signs on the road. It's like...
Kill the fish, give us water, or something like that. So, like, who cares about the...
No, more like support your farmer because we provide your food.
Oh, okay.
And, like, that's what I think about. Like, they are growing a lot of the food. But...
Yeah, but also we don't really get a lot of our food from that stuff in where we live. Because we have such a diversity of farming around where we live. That a lot of, like, if you shop at Oliver's, almost all the food you get is locally grown.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, that, I think those sentiments for areas like where we live are harder to digest.
I'm also somebody who is partial to, like, helping people out if we can.
Yeah.
So, but when it does come down to now you're, like, killing off ecosystems because we don't have the water.
Yeah, and that's the argument.
And then it's like, well... I know humans are more important than fish, but, like, are we utilizing our resources appropriately? Because then we have all this food waste. So do you really need all that water? Or maybe do you need to not make as much food and use less water? And then, yeah, there's obviously, I don't know. Yeah,
and there's frustration as well because, you know, a lot of those farms will say we need water, and then you find out that they sell their food, like almonds, for instance, like something like crazy, like 75% of the almonds grown in California are sold in China. It's like, okay, well, you're taking a resource that's scarce, which is water. You're watering your almonds, which take about 1 gallon per almond to water. And now we don't even get to reap the benefits of that. You're selling them to someone over in China, on the market, wherever it is. But so that it's kind of, you know, one of those things where if you feel sympathetic, like you're trying to help, and they're, you know, using that sympathy to make a huge profit, it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know what the solution is, but...
Yeah. I do think, though, if you live near the lake, you're choosing to live there for a reason. You shouldn't, and if there's a drought and there's not enough, well, you're choosing to live there. Or if someone's living in, like, LA... They're choosing to live in a beautiful place that never rains, that is amazing, because LA is pretty amazing. Like, there's a lot of things that are not cool with LA, but, like, Southern California is pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really rain. You know, there's a lot of upsides. You go to the beach, like, all year round, you know? Well, someone decides, I'm not going to have that luxury of doing all those things. I'm going to live where it rains a lot and, you know, have to deal with it not being perfect all day long. Well, benefit of doing that is I'm living closer to water. Therefore, if there's a shortage, I don't have to endure that shortage because I don't reap the benefits of the sun all year round. Therefore, I can reap the benefits of the water even when there's a drought. I think there's a case to be made there. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I agree. Like, we all live in areas and have to make those decisions. It's just like when you're playing Oregon Trail at the beginning, you have to decide if you're going to be a banker or you're going to be a doctor or you're going to, I feel like there was like a hunter or maybe like also a carpenter. And then like you come across the things and like when you're buying your things and you decided not to be the banker, you're like, oh shoot, it would have been great to be a banker.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing when you're in the middle of a drought. Like, oh shoot, it would have been great to be, living up in where the lake is.
Yeah.
Or if you're going across and you're the banker and your axle breaks, it would have been great to be a carpenter right now. And so in the middle of the storms and you're flooding next to the
LA is looking really nice.
Yeah, it's like shoot, should have been down in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
so that's my biggest.
But then you live here, like where we live.
Which is what?
Kind of perfect. I'm just saying.
It's kind of perfect.
We made it.
And we didn't really...
We didn't do it on purpose. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, we were lucky. We were born here.
Yeah.
Coming from like two different walks of life, you and me, just so happened to be born in... Some would say it was some of the, the best area in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people would say that.
Yeah. I think that we got really lucky as far as weather and
nature.
Yeah, like we could drive to the snow. You can drive to the beach.
Surfing.
You can there's lots of things here that we can.
I mean, I wish our waters was like the Bahamas, but
it's a little cold.
It's not, Yeah.
And
you have to. And I wish we didn't have massive 20-foot great white sharks. So when I'm trying to surf, I don't feel the Jaws theme just rambling in my head. But those are the risks we take when we live here.
Yeah.
We have risks too.
Yeah, we have risk too. We might get eaten by a shark.
I know.
I mean,
we might get eaten by and it gets cold at night. It drops to like.
Sometimes it's windy.
It drops to 55, and during the day it gets like 85. I mean, it does make it easier to sleep, but it gets cold. We can't be like when we were visiting your brother in South Carolina, it was like raining and it was warm. Dude, you could go swimming in a swimming pool. If you went swimming in a swimming pool where we live in the Bay Area, you would literally be freezing. You'd be like, it's cold. It'd have to be heated swimming pool.
Yeah.
I always say like those romantic movies, like The Notebook, where they're like, it's raining, and they're embracing each other and they're kissing each other. Like, that doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
That's a Southern thing.
Hold on. I got it. She's clawing at me
she
through
loves
my
you.
leggings. It hurts
so
bad. No.
Now she thinks you're playing with her. She's like, we're doing tag, huh? But I say all those movies are always made in the South because there's no way you're going to be in the Bay Area embracing in the rain, soaking wet, because you're going to be freezing cold.
Yeah, it's cold here. When it rains, it's cold. But yeah, we're lucky ducks.
Yeah. Anyways, so here's some news for you. Kim did something last week that she loves to do, but she hasn't been able to do a whole lot.
Oh yeah. So.
What did you do, babe?
We reorganized our garage.
That's what she loves to do. That's what she did. Boom.
No, to make room to park the Jeep so that we could take the top off because it's, sun's out, tops off.
Yeah.
Weather.
Sun's out, tops off.
Doesn't rhyme, but
that it goes with it.
But I don't care, basically. Yeah, so my top's been off like all week.
Yeah. Have you driven your car?
I did. I took.
Oh, you did?
So I've discovered the problem with this. So for Mother's Day, Matt got me
a lift.
A lift for the top. So it has a spot to sit. And I, theoretically, should be able to put the top on and off myself.
Yeah.
Theoretically. I have not yet. It's just been off.
Yeah.
So the day we did it, we took her on a little drive.
But we have it in the garage, so now
now I don't have to put the top on and off every day.
Because here's the drawback of living where we live. At nighttime when it gets cold, moisture gets all over, and then
there's dew.
See, there is drawback.
Yeah, we struggle too. Anyway, so I found another drawback to this situation is on Sunday, I had to go grocery shopping, but I had no top. I was topless. And
you went grocery shopping topless.
Yeah, I went grocery shopping.
And you thought it would be a great idea, and it ended up not being such a great idea.
I had to go to multiple stores. So if you think about that, I can't just leave my groceries out and my tops off, you know? Like, it's not going to work. So I actually had to make multiple trips.
Oh, really?
Not multiple, two. So we had to go to Home Depot to get a hose. So we went there because I could hide that under the seat and not worry about it. And then we had to go to the pet store.
Because you're worried about someone stealing it.
That's what I'm worried about.
Okay.
Should I be worried about something else? Because I wasn't worried about anything else.
No, I'm just making sure that's what you're worried about. So if you get groceries, you're worried about someone just like, I'm taking this.
Taking this watermelon.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's ground beef.
What's it like? A crime of
passion?
No.
Opportunity.
I was presenting them with an opportunity. Yeah. So then we had to go to Target and pick up a few things, and I was just like, I guess we'll see when we come back from the next store, because it was like Home Depot, Target, PetSmart, and then we had to get some, because there's some things Costco doesn't have.
Yeah.
So grabbing some like fruits and stuff that we don't need Costco amounts of.
Yeah.
And
sometimes Costco sell things you're just like, I just don't need 5 gallons of mayonnaise. Yeah. You know, it's just not necessary.
Not necessary. So like I did all those shopping. So like I did based off of, can I hide the thing? And so like I had to hide
and it's a Jeep, so there's not a lot of places to hide it.
There's not.
But you have a 4-door Jeep.
Yeah, so in the back under the seat.
It's a Sahara. Sahara?
Yeah.
The Sahara Desert, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where you're putting it, under the back of the seats?
Now I'm confused. Is it a Sahara?
Yeah.
It's a Jeep Wrangler Sahara?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so we did, that's how we did it. And then we had to come home and like back the car in, which I'm scared about.
And that's what I was worried. That's why I didn't know if you drove the car or not.
Yeah, so
you've never done that before.
In a little bit, not all the way, and unload all that, and then go to Costco. And then, I did it. Got all the stuff. Girl. I got in,
you're a boss girl.
Backed it in a little bit, opened it up, unloaded all the groceries, and then because we don't have a huge garage. We really don't.
We have a 2-car garage.
But we have a lot of stuff.
We do.
So there's only one car worth of space for the car and the lift. So like I had to back into it like with it, like Tetris. But I did it. I didn't break anything.
That's great.
But I haven't gone anywhere again.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the downside.
The more you do that, the better.
Like I was thinking when Owen called, if I need to, because he had a problem with his tire, if I need to go help him, my top's off.
What's wrong with that?
Well, like, I don't know. It's not appropriate to have your top off when you're going helping somebody on the side of the road.
Why not?
I'm just thinking about all these things now. My top's off.
But why isn't it appropriate? What's inappropriate? Are you gonna like load his car onto your Jeep or something? Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
Do you just feel like, I'm confused. Why is it inappropriate to help somebody with a top down?
Now I have to think about where I'm going.
Could you imagine having a convertible and pulling up and having your top down and being like, yeah, I'm here to help, and then being like, why do you have a convertible? It's like, I'm here to help.
It's just different. I'm just saying that now I have to think about what I'm going to go do. Like, grocery shopping with the top off is a little difficult.
Yeah.
And like, what if I want to stay out late? Well, now it's going to be cold. Or what if it's hot? So now, like, when I sit on the seats with my shorts on, I'm going to burn my booty. Yeah. So there's things you have to think about that. I didn't have to think about before.
I agree. Yeah, because we had 2 years ago when we took off the top. I went hiking with Charlie.
Yes.
And we came back and we were stuck and they were doing road work, or there was a tree that fell down, and we were stuck for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I was just in the sun sitting there.
Yeah, poor Charlie boy. And Matt.
I had the air conditioning trying to go, but like because it was the top down and it was like 110 degrees, like it was just, it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I was standing there with my face like this, just trying to get And I got sunburned, and I was like, dude, this top off thing is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
There's things you have to think about. Like you see little videos of people with their top down and they get stuck in like a rainstorm and stuff like that. And
Oh, man.
you're like, it's a Jeep thing. You wouldn't understand. And this is what I'm thinking about like every time when I'm like...
So is everything waterproof? If it does rain with it off, does it not that big of a
I'm
deal?
sure that it's like water resistant.
Okay. Because it's made to go in the
Because
mud
we
and
have
stuff, right?
left the top off a couple of times. The whole thing was that I would ask him to take the top off, but then we would go out and do something, and then we'd get back home at night, and I'd need him to put the top back on because we don't want the dew to get in there. And there were a couple of times we left it off, and everything was soaking wet.
It wasn't soaking wet. Everything was damp. Everything was damp.
It was soaking wet. Anyway, I won. It was really wet, and so that's the whole point in trying to keep it. But now, I still need my top on sometimes.
Yeah. It's a
So
conundrum.
I'm gonna have to learn how to do it myself because I have Matt do it. But now I don't know if I trust myself to put my top on. What if I don't screw it on hard enough?
Well, you're gonna find out
Yeah, the hard way.
the hard way.
That's what I'm saying.
It's pretty simple. You just hand tighten everything with a. Just with the. There's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts that hold it on.
What if I don't line it up appropriately? Like, what if I don't line up the top appropriately, and like, then there is bad weather and it rains and now it's leaking.
Here's the thing. So there's these little notches, little nipples that go into these little holes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're lowering it, they have to be, there's like 4 of them, they have to be set. So in those holes, and it's not they're like super tight, but they're like...
They guide it.
They guide it in. And if it's not in that, first of all, it's not going to set. And second of all, it's designed just to kind of sit in. So once you line it up and lower it down, you can very easily manipulate it and then put it in. And then screw the bolts on, and they give you a little wrench, and you don't have to go, hog on it.
I feel like this is a blue job, not a pink job.
Yeah, and it's always has been. But you're talking about trying to do it yourself, like going to become a blue, not a pink.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes the top needs to be on.
Yeah.
Like, my mouse is failing. I have an ergonomic mouse where it's like a bar that goes across for a computer instead of like... Anyway, it's failing and I need a new one. And so I like let the tech people know at my work, and they're like, oh, you can come pick one up. And I was like, my top's off. Like, I can't go to work and pick up a
You just need to
mouse
become
with my
comfortable.
top off.
You just need to become comfortable with it. Your
So
top,
inappropriate. I have something in my eye.
It's called your eyeball.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think you just need to become more comfortable with having it off.
Yeah. Just get used to it. And the other thing is that I put my ducks away. So, like, I have ducks all across my Jeep. But I put them away because I don't want anybody to steal them.
Who's going to steal them?
A jerk.
Yeah, I don't even think about that stuff. Like, my car...
You don't think about that stuff.
I just leave my car unlocked.
But you've had so many things stolen from you.
But I'm like, I don't care about it. I mean, I do care about it, but...
Definitely in the moment you care about it.
Yeah.
And I care about these things. Like, I have my New York duck and my Iceland duck and ducks that have actually been, like, ducked in the wild. And I care about things a lot.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I haven't had a lot of things stolen. Just I've had some things stolen. But I don't try to put anything in my car either. Like my Volkswagens, I'm just like, my bus that I've had forever, it's just should be nothing in it. So if someone goes to open it and steal something, there's nothing really to steal.
Yeah. I get it.
But
what do you think? Because we went out, like,
I like it. I think it's cool. I really like it. One time we took the doors off and the top off, and it was like really cool riding around like that.
But technically it's illegal unless you have because it takes the side mirrors off too.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I don't do it is because I don't.
But we did it once.
We did it once.
You didn't say anything.
I felt it.
Oh.
I just kept it to myself. So.
I think it looks cool too.
I think it looks way cooler when you have everything off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. I mean, that's the whole reason to have a Jeep, right? So I need to get...
Not to go off-road, not for anything else, but for it to look cool. That's why we have a Jeep.
I do want to be able to go off-roading, but she's so new.
Yeah.
I did get my first little dent, though.
Did you?
Yeah, you showed it to me.
I don't remember
The little
that.
dent in the door.
Oh, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything. I think somebody probably ran into it with like a shopping cart or something. It's like just like the size of a dime.
Yeah. Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah. I have to be not sad about it.
Yeah, you have to be like, oh, I got a Jeep. You know?
Yeah.
What you need to do is take it off road through some brush and stuff and just get scratches on it.
No.
I'm just saying, if you do that, like, you're like, oh, we're having fun.
I think that she needs to be a little older for that.
Yeah.
I think she's too young.
You think 4 years is too young?
Yeah. I think maybe when she's like
7?
not when she doesn't have a warranty anymore.
What?
When there's no longer like a warranty.
Yeah, so that would be.
And I start like, you know,
7
lifting
years.
it and putting big tires on it and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying.
'Cause I don't know. Do you take stock Jeeps out?
It's a big thing. People do that all the time. It's like a whole thing where it's like, hey, it's stock, and I mean, people take Volkswagens out. The Jeep is going to do way better than
not a Rubicon.
It doesn't matter. People take the Sport. You know, the
Willie. It's actually Willis, not Willie.
The cheapest one, you know, which is the Sport. That's the cheapest Wrangler. People take that out because it's like, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Here's the thing: if a Volkswagen Bug can do it, the Jeep should be able to do it.
Here's the thing: is that's what I bought it for, but then I got it and I was like, she's so pretty, and I don't want to ruin. I don't want to break her. Not break her. I don't want to scratch her. I don't want to dent her.
She's meant to be scratched, and she's meant to be dented.
I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to take her in mud and stuff and just go like do Brodies. But then you're gonna get rocks thrown everywhere because it's in mud. There's another thing, like the leather seats are so nice and stuff too. It's like those get ruined. That's gonna get ruined.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
so nice right now. I don't want to ruin it, but when she starts, like, because she has a dent and that spot where Charlie chewed, like, there's slowly becoming little bits and pieces that are like, it's not super nice, and then I'm not gonna feel as bad.
Yeah.
Once she's junked up a little bit from just being a pavement princess, then I'll take her on the road.
Yeah.
Off the road, actually.
Take her on the road.
Take her off the road.
I will drive her.
Yeah, I don't know. I get super nervous. That's one thing when you get something that you really like, because I've always wanted a Jeep. And I got a brand new Jeep. When you get something that you really like, it's really hard to actually enjoy it because you're always worried you're going to ruin it.
Yeah, and you got like one of the best versions of the Jeep too. So it's not like, okay, well, this is the, sport version. You know what I mean? It was like, well, this is a luxury version.
Yeah.
And you're like, and it feels pretty cool.
I kind of like it.
But I think it'd be cool, like, to lift it and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for that until she's older.
Put big old tires on her.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because, like, I was like, oh, I want her to be difficult to get into. Like, that's my goal. Mm-hmm. I want to be like, I
that's
can't
your goal.
Yeah, and then...
Good thing you're only 5'3".
The other day, after working out and I was sore, I was like, she's already difficult to get into. Check that one off the box.
You imagine if you had to like step to get in?
Well, the other thing that I think about now, because I've been taking care of my parents more and taking them places, like, it's difficult already for them to get in.
Oh, do they get into your car? Why don't you just get into their car?
Well, that's what would have to happen if I lifted it. It wouldn't happen. Like, they couldn't. Like, it's already difficult for my mom and dad to get in.
Yeah, I would imagine it's difficult for them to get in. Like
I kind of have to stand there.
Any like truck and stuff too.
Make sure that nobody falls out.
You know what I mean? Any truck, it seems like they're more of like a car.
Yeah.
Transportation people.
Yeah, I think that like they have their little, what is it, a Trailblazer?
Yeah.
And that will work. I just take my car because I like my car and I like driving my car so much. But if they can't get in it, then we'll do something else.
Yeah. Well, that's what I want to do.
Maybe I'll just have to get another car. And it'll be like my driving my parents around car.
Good thing your parents have a car. You can use that car as a driving. If you could get another car, what kind of car would you get?
I would get another Jeep.
That just doesn't...
I would get like a used Jeep that's already banged up so I can go off-roading.
It doesn't help your parents at all.
Oh, you know what else? It's kind of funny because Alicia has one, but I would probably get a convertible Beetle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but pink.
I can't stand that. I think to me, it's like things going to go wrong. Leaks, stuff like that.
I love that she can literally be topless and not topless without worrying about it. Like, you have to leave your top at home when you're a Jeep. But when you're
But you can get a fabric one like she has.
I don't want to.
That's the thing, you don't want to.
On the Jeep. I think they look cute on the Bugs.
I don't even think they sell Volkswagen Bugs anymore.
We just bought that one.
Oh, you would buy an old one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You know what I do want to do? Is I want to take my bus and turn it into like an overlander.
I don't know what that means.
It means like it's like car, like a vehicle to drive off road through the mud. Go off road and four wheeling with the bus though.
Interesting.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It could be cool for sure.
I'd like to drive it like to Joshua Tree and
like make it a camper.
Not a camper, but yeah, I guess a camper. But like just something that's like rugged and like I still want to stay in a hotel. No, just something you can take off road. You can like do things.
So it wouldn't have a bed in it.
I wouldn't put
like
a bed in it.
Like a stove and a table.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay,
say
so
that.
I'm not thinking the same thing you're thinking at all.
No, I would just like want to do all-wheel drive, and I would want to lift it, put bigger tires on it, and then.
In my head, it looks really funny.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like these huge tires and like
no, they're not huge tires.
The Volkswagen just like on top, like it's like.
If there's like a whole club that people do, they go like to different places, and you can't camp out of it. You just like what people do for years. They just remove the middle seat, and you have basically a bed right there, and then you have racks on top, so you can put all your stuff you need to put, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, could be cool.
Yeah, but like there's like I was like looking at this whole page of it, and there was these, because of the cutouts where the wheels are, they can only be so big, and the suspension, and then they have this issue where it can't be too rugged because they use the frame of the vehicle to like support itself. That's how Volkswagens work. Like there's not an actual like a bottom frame. It's all attached to the vehicle itself. And that if it's too sturdy of like say axles or stuff like that. I don't know much about this, but this is what I've heard. That when you go down and you hit, instead of there being shocks that give, if it's too sturdy because it's designed to like go off road and stuff. Does that make sense? It'll bend the actual vehicle itself. Get it.
There's no give, so it breaks.
Yeah. So I was just going down a huge rabbit hole. I was like, oh, that seems so cool.
I wouldn't imagine you wanting to do that with the van. I would think that you would want to like cherry it out, basically.
Yeah, but it's not like a split window. So since I have a 72 bus, so it's not like something that is. If you cherry it out, it's not. I don't know how to describe it. It's not old enough to be that cool, cherried out.
Well, it only matters if it's cool to you.
I know. And I think it'd be cool, but I think it'd be cool to get an old split window to cherry out.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
like
just $100 grand.
You gotta better do push-ups, man. Freaking A, start going. Hurry up. Chop, chop.
Yeah, but I think that'd be kind of cool.
It could be cool.
But then you'd have to go places.
Dude, we go places all the time. What are you talking about?
Like off-road.
Oh, yeah.
We don't do a lot of off-road stuff.
I'm scared.
Are you scared?
I am a little scared.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared of, like, I feel like you need to know a lot for it to be successful. And I'm scared of getting somewhere and breaking something on my car or flipping my car over or getting stuck. Cage.
So you flip over and you just boom. I think I'm overly confident. Like,
I think you are. It's fine. There's a roll cage. You can still get stuck upside down.
I'm like thinking like there's a trail here, so therefore I can drive here, and therefore it's safe. And you're like, people are like, that doesn't mean it's safe.
Well, there has to be like specific, like you need to approach this turn like this, and if you take it too wide, you're gonna flip over and go down the mountain. But if you take it too narrow, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And I've talked to people who do four-wheel and stuff, people who have like Toyotas, and they go off-road and everything, and they're just like, oh yeah, we broke our axle, but we just keep a spare. And I'm like, to me, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm just like, that seems crazy.
Doesn't that sound expensive too?
Yeah, that's a hobby though, right? Some people's hobbies are playing video games, and they're spending thousands of dollars playing video games. Some people's hobbies are, collecting Legos, and they spend thousands of dollars collecting Legos.
What's my hobby?
You have a lot of hobbies. You like doing...
I don't feel like I'm very dedicated to any
I
hobby.
don't think you are either. Like, we get your craft kit thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a car there. Like... But you use it sometimes. I think me and you both like the idea of doing things and then invest in the idea of doing things.
I think our hobby is researching a hobby, getting the materials for that hobby, and not doing the hobby.
And then just moving on to the next hobby.
Yeah. We collect
hobbies.
materials for hobbies.
Yeah, because the act of doing it, it's like, well, now you have to have all this time to do it.
Yeah, like when you wanted to make beer.
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of really expensive beer
Kim
making
got
stuff.
me this whole thing. It was crazy.
And it wasn't like a beginner's kit.
No, it was like a professional kit. You can make 5 gallons of beer.
Yeah.
And it was like all like the cool, like the chillers and like things that people are like, well, you don't need this until you really get into it. Kim got me. And I'm like, of course. Yes. Did not make beer one time.
No, you did make beer once.
I made beer with your little kit you got me. You got me this little kit of beer making, of a beer making thing. That's when I got. Do you remember that? It was like a half-gallon little drum type of thing you bought me, and it had like
you and Hector made beer with your big kit.
We did not. Oh. We didn't do that once.
Anyway.
And so you got me all those things. You got me bottles, a bottle like press, and I didn't. Those bottles never got used. No. Nothing ever got made. But I was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Didn't do it. Yeah. And I do that all the time. Like, I would love to do more backpacking. Like, I'm going to take a 3-day week and just go backpacking.
Yeah, we have a bunch of backpacking gear.
Yeah. But every time it comes out to it, I'd be like, dude, I'd rather just sit on the couch.
Oh, it's kind of sad.
It is sad, huh?
Well, the next hobby that I want to buy all the things for but never do is stained glass.
Yeah.
So, but I want to take that class.
I want you to.
So maybe I'll do it.
And it's only on Sundays, right?
It's only on Sundays, and you work on Sundays now, so I'm gonna have to do it by myself.
That'd be really cool if you did that.
Can you imagine if I got all that stuff and never did it?
That'd be so cool. Hey, I can.
It's most likely what's gonna happen. No, I'm really interested in it. So.
You need a place to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think that if.
Or build you a little.
I think that's also our problem. Is instead of being like, oh, just do it with what you have. We're like, we need the best setup or we can't do any of it.
Yeah.
But no, I want to take a couple of classes and see if I like it and then spend a couple $1,000s.
I could build a little studio like my dad did for my mom, and you could do it like my mom did it.
I could.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
But it's just a lot. Like you a lot of like
I like the idea of buying lots of different glass and like having it all set up pretty.
But it is really cool. But at the same time, you're like, I got on the same thing. I got down this rabbit hole I went down this rabbit hole of these video games of like farm life where these people are like, and now we're chopping trees down. And then, we sold this for $1,000. And I chopped this tree down. And I went down this rabbit hole, and they're like planting seed, and they're doing all these things, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, that looks so cool. And then at the same time, I'm like, why don't you just do that? It's like, because it's not as cool as doing it. It's not nearly as cool as watching someone do that.
The idea that it's cooler than actually doing it.
Yeah. But I would like to go backpacking more.
Maybe that's what you should do while I'm doing my stained glass.
Yeah. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, go do it. Live life, man. I feel like here's what I think. We did a lot of raising kids. Yeah. When we were young and young adults. And so we can't wait around for somebody else to be ready to do what we want to do.
I know, but wouldn't you want to do it with me? It would be fun.
No. Our abilities don't match up.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
Fun to you is push yourself super hard and do the hard things, and that's not fun for me. And then I feel like I'm a loser because I can't keep up with you. Okay. And you don't like, fun to you is not scaling back to my level. That's not fun to you. Okay.
Well, maybe I'll start doing that more. Maybe I'll have like a 3-day weekend and I'll just go backpacking for 2 days in the wilderness.
You got a 3-day weekend this weekend. Oh, you had to work. Never mind. In the middle of it. I mean, technically you have a 3-day weekend. You just have to work in the middle of it.
The weekend is not 3 day. The weekend is 2 day. Anyways, doesn't matter. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yep, we'll see you next time.
Love
Episode 14 is next time. I don't know why he says he loves you.
Love you.
I hate it. It really bugs me, but goodbye.
Still love you.